Get it.
What's up? What's up?
Hey.
What's up? What's up? Come on, B. Welcome, people. Come on in. We got 2 viewers already. Y'all hot. Hot.
This is why we hot.
Ooh, you know
TBT,
that song?
yes.
Oh, yes. Come on in, people. We got 3 live. Come on in. Now, y'all make sure you comment now this time because last week y'all were a little dry.
And late. But welcome.
Ooh, but welcome anyway.
We're living in the present.
You're right. I'm not going to get mad and fuss.
Right. I look like I'm
welcome, people. Welcome and welcome. All right, we got to do the proper intro.
Remember, we look here.
This is Rae.
My name is Favor.
And this is your reality check. Welcome, guys. Okay, we got to start like we always have been doing. How is y'all's week going?
Wait. Let's introduce our guest.
Oh, shoot. we had an introduction already, so it already felt like it was me. That's all that was.
He's
a family member.
Hey.
This is our guest, Joanne Day.
Woo! And if you haven't already caught it, we're going to be talking about fathers today.
We talking
Life of
about
single fathers, a celebration of the daddies, a dad's involvement with his kids, a father's legacy in honor of Father's Day.
You want to talk about fathers.
Right. All right.
How was your week?
This week was, okay, wait a minute. I was going to say uneventful. Monday was terrible.
Oh.
Y'all ever just wake up and like after the first like hour and a half you want to go get back into bed and just try it all again?
Yes.
Because I don't like Monday, everything, like every little thing was just building up to like one big thing. And I was just like, you know what? I'm over this day. But then sometimes I'm like, I wonder if it's just because people have that negative view of Mondays anyway.
Yeah.
I was still lingering on the weekend.
We got to get out of that.
We got through it though. We got through it and we are here.
Right now.
And it's Thursday.
Right now. It's already the goddamn.
Yes. We headed towards the weekend.
Yes! What about you, Joe? How was your week?
My week is obviously I didn't even know it was Thursday for a moment. You said throwback. I'm like, wait a minute, we're in Thursday, so this week has been like one of those fast drive kind of things.
Yeah.
And Monday turned into Thursday real quick for me. So
yeah,
it's been good though. I learned a lot this week. I learned a lot.
Oh, we gotta get this.
I know. We'll have to come
learned a
back.
lot about life. That's for sure. Yeah.
That was juicy.
Yeah.
I know. Just gonna stick a pin in it.
Oh shoot, how about yours?
Favor.
My week was good. I'm trying to think. It was just good. Yeah.
Simply put.
Yeah.
No news is good news sometimes.
Yeah, that's so true.
I think so.
I wish that we can get on a consistent weather schedule because I'm over this rain.
Facts.
Lord, thank you for the rain, but I'm over it.
It's above us now.
Can I have 3 consecutive days of sunshine, please?
Yeah.
For those of us.
What would you do with those days of sunshine?
What would I not do? I'd be outside all the time. The sunshine to me completely just changes your mood. You know what I mean? Like when it's raining outside, well, first of all, when it's raining outside, all I want to do is like eat biscuits and watch my favorite Netflix show. Yes, because they're so buttery.
Oh, like that was very specific.
Yeah, it was. I'm still obsessed with apples and peanut butter. So
I do like apples and
rain
peanut
or
butter.
shine.
That's a good one.
I used to do Oreos and chips. That was weird.
Oreos
together, or would you eat the Oreos and then the chips?
It'd be like bang bang. Like you got it
together.
It's like a couple chews, bang bang bang. Like it's a real quick bang bang.
You like the salty and the sweet.
I think that's what it was. And you know.
Have you ever had pretzels and chocolate?
I'm not a. See, that's the thing. I don't like chocolate.
Who are you?
Hey, we out. I gotta go. Yeah, I don't like chocolate food.
Hey, love. Good evening. Is that Brandy, Minnie Joy, Tyler? What's up, guys? Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're just talking right now, around the water cooler.
Hey.
While we have our folks tuning in live. Okay, we're gonna jump right into it, y'all.
Yes.
This Sunday
is Father's Day.
Yes.
We finish each other's sentences.
Don't we?
This Sunday is Father's Day.
Woo woo! Shout out to all the daddies.
Woo.
I feel like, and it's so funny because even like in the media with commercials and different things, Mother's Day it outshines Father's Day, and we really neglect how important our fathers are.
Yes.
Few things I can say about my daddy is that he made sure before I left the house, I knew how to change my own tire. I knew how to replace my own battery.
Wow.
I knew how to get rid of the weeds in my yard, even though there are weeds in my yard. I knew how to get rid of the weeds in my yard. I knew how to paint the exterior of my house. There are different like essential skills that my dad taught me to make sure that I was prepared. You know what I mean? And I didn't have to rely on, I hate to say rely on a man, but rely on anybody to get stuff done. So he really taught me independence.
That's good.
So shout out to you, Dad.
Yeah.
Hey, Dad.
I definitely know who to call to do all those things.
Right. I mean, but yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
They play such a huge role in our lives. And Joe here is a father.
I'm a dad, man. I'm a dad.
How many kids you have?
I have 3
Oh!
choice kids, man.
Tell us, boy, girl, boy.
I got 2 boys and a girl.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's spoiled.
She's a princess.
Wrap around your
She's
finger.
a princess. This is gonna be a very, very good conversation because the layout of how my children are laid out, kind of.
Well, let's talk about it.
Get into
Yes. Tell us.
Okay, so my oldest, his name is Aiden. He is 8. He is not my biological son, but I raised him since birth.
Hi, Aiden.
My daughter, her name is Jordan. She is also 8. Now, they're my son and my daughter 2 months apart. I met my wife when she was 7 months pregnant.
Wow.
And there's a whole there's a lot of juice.
Yes.
Whole lot of juice.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful
So
It is beautiful.
my oldest son, and then my daughter, which is my first biological, and then my spouse and I, we have our youngest Elijah together. He's 6. So that's my group. That's my village. Those are my peoples.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's fun. It's challenging. It's been the biggest challenge for sure.
Yeah.
But it's been the most worthwhile. Everything from the tears to, of course, the laughs. Like everything has been worth the challenge, worth the happiness, worth the growth, worth the pain, worth everything. So I enjoy it, man. It's dope.
It's so funny that you said it because a lot of times we think about like kind of like the end game of something. We don't really think about the process that we have to go through in the midst of that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's so wonderful to have a family in your corner to be able to celebrate those things with you. What do you think? You did say something about the challenges. What do you think the most challenging thing has been being a father? I know it's probably hard to narrow it down.
Yeah.
Man, can we do like a top list kind of thing? I mean, with my unique situation, one of the most challenging things has been co-parenting.
Wow.
Between myself and my daughter's mom, between my spouse and my son's father, and then us, and it's a lot of intercrossing and a lot of communication that has to go into that.
Yeah.
So that communication and that growth and working through ego and pride and all those things has been the most challenging.
Oh yes.
Growing up myself and trying to raise children while growing up myself has been challenging. I became a dad when I was 22. Yeah, 22. It's been rough.
You think you're growing, man, but you're not.
Yo, you're not. and then seeing those things that my kids do, and it's like, yo, you shouldn't. Dang, I do that too.
I did that.
Yeah,
I still do that.
That's been challenging too, and raising them in this climate that we're in now, and trying to instill values, trying to navigate my black children through life. It's a challenge.
Do you feel like No, you good. Do you feel like you see things differently since you have children? Since you have children now?
Yes, yeah. I have to see things differently. I have to think about choices. I have to think about career choices. I have to think about how I manage my time. I got to think about the information that I take in because they're modeling everything that I do.
For sure.
And so everything it's not me. It's not me. It becomes selfless at this point.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then in that realm, still trying to take care of me and maintain who I am as my individual self.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Do you feel like there was a point where you had to acknowledge the shift in perspective? Like, do you feel like at one point you were just thinking, oh, I'm gonna just go on as the same person, and then there was a shift?
You know, that's a good question. My biggest thing was I always wondered, when am I gonna grow up? Like, what's gonna happen in life that's gonna be like, all right, man, you gotta get your stuff together. Like, at this point, that was always my thing, because just coming up, how I came up, there was always an expectation. I'm a preacher's kid, so
yes,
you know what I mean? I grew
shout
up
out to
in
the
church.
PK kids.
Yeah, man. You know the stigma that's on preachers' kids as is.
Yeah.
It's true sometimes. Nah, but having that expectation, not only from family. My family, they're very supportive. There was there was a lot of nourishment that I got growing up. But that expectation, that whole, it was a lot.
Yeah.
It was just a lot. Forgot where I was going with that.
No,
I was
but I mean,
reflecting. I was like,
that's
oh my God,
right.
childhood. Like, yeah.
Back here now.
And shout out, yes, to all the dads raising non-biological kids. Yeah, that
Absolutely.
is, yeah.
Shout out to all the sideline dads. Man.
Oh man, oh my gosh. I can speak from that personally because I have my stepdaughter, that's my baby. She is, she's been staying with us for like the past year now. And I've learned, it was funny when you said like they pick up like different habits and traits that you have, because she'll be walking around the house and talking like me or saying something like Devin, my husband, and it's just like, oh my goodness, like you really realize they are a sponge, and everything that you do when you say, they soak it in. And to me, that I don't even realize like points where I've grown up, because I subconsciously think of things like, okay, don't say that, Kaylin's here. Don't do that, Kaylin's here. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to leave that poor impression on her, because she's so impressionable at this stage. She's 8 also.
Okay.
She'll be 9 next Wednesday. So it's like at that point they're taking heed of everything that you're saying, you know?
That's a fact. That's a fact. Everything.
It's so true. What do you think one of your most, I guess, I don't want to say fun, but like the points that you had like the most joy of being a father?
When I see my kid, for one, when I see them enjoying music the way I do,
oh
when
yeah,
I see them really getting into it and they have a favorite song, like I feel you.
That's beautiful.
They just like you,
right? To know that little and they feel it still.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And the other thing I really like seeing their humor intertwine, like when they're in a really, really good mood, because they're kids, but they're humans.
Yeah,
they're absolutely human.
Yes,
and we need to have that regard for them as being human beings. So seeing them in their element and seeing how their humor connects and seeing the bits come together and just laughing at them, like my kids are hilarious.
Yes.
All my kids are funny. Like, what do you? How? Like,
I'm gonna say, how do you come up with these things?
Right, like yeah.
Watching us.
Right, exactly. You get to see your humor come out in them.
That's
funny. That is
we
so,
have a
so
comment.
funny. We have a comment.
No, I can't see it.
All the way up to ages 7 and 8, children are truly sponges, low key. Yes, and oh yes, truly. And then there's something about that, because y'all know kids are rude. Not intentionally, but they are. And it's just their honesty.
They're
and
unfiltered.
Right? They have no filter. But some of that is kind of like refreshing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, to an
need
extent. Because you would never be at our age and tell somebody, girl, you look a mess today.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but kids will sit there and tell you, like, you sure? You know? Right.
Nah, they don't hide behind Twitter and Facebook.
I don't care. And like, the thing is like, at what point do we lose that kind of sense of ourselves when we get brainwashed in reality?
I like doing like a lot of reading up on parenting and things like that. And one of the things that I saw was that from up to age 7, children are in a theta state. So that's when they're getting programmed with everything.
Wow.
Everything. That's when they really start to become who they are. So those years are those crucial years. And to the parents out there that hear that and they, oh my God, we have all.
It's not
Yo,
too late.
parenting is hard. Like we all make mistakes, and you don't. You learn as you parent. If you see yourself progressing, your child's gonna progress too. Don't be scared. But that 7-year range, that theta state, that's when they pick up a lot of information.
Wow.
They get a lot of that.
Oh, that's good.
I know. See, and that right there, Black dads.
Yes!
Know your stuff, black dad. Know your stuff.
Oh my goodness. Have you ever, like, you thought about, okay, just for example, I was reading, I can't remember the name. Oh, We Need More Wine by Gabrielle Union. If you haven't read it, you read it.
Okay.
This is your homework. Get out and read We Need More Wine.
We need more wine.
There was a point in there where she discussed being a parent, and specifically like a black parent, and how she would eventually have to have the conversation with her children about how you even like just, I guess, like conduct yourself. The example that she gave was like with the police. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just like something that you have to really think about. Is that something that you thought about yet?
Shoot, yes.
And how would you even have
Immediately.
that conversation?
The same way it was had with, wow. And this is like the first time I'm actually being confronted with that, again, outside of my thoughts. With information, the way I was taught, like my best friend growing up, his mom was a cop, black woman.
Yeah.
Obviously his mom was, anyway. She always told us, you know, keep your hands on the steering wheel if you get pulled over. And getting pulled over is like a part of everyday life. I'm from Long Island, New York. That's one of the most segregated places in the country.
Wow.
So we was getting pulled over all the time out there. So keep your hands on the steering wheel, one hand right here, put your wallet on the dash. When you're going for it, let them know, officer, my wallet is in my left pocket. I'm reaching for it. Like, we were taught all of that
Wow.
stuff.
And it's like right even now you're going step by step.
Yeah, exactly. So it's programmed. We were programmed to know, okay, this is how you interact in order to survive. And the fact that that's like we have to be taught that is mind blowing. So I tell my kids that. I tell them about respecting the officer because it comes with repercussions if you don't. And I don't want to lose you over
this.
Over ego, over attitude, over them thinking. And there's ways to communicate with folk to get your point across, to still sound intelligent, and to make them feel like, well dang, I feel stupid. So I teach my kids how to communicate.
Yeah.
How to properly communicate what they feel intelligently. Yeah. So that's the conversation. Like, be you, but know that, be aware.
Yeah.
Just be aware. That's all.
How do you think that you combat like the negative, not all negative, but a lot of times there's a negative stigma against black dads? How do you think that you combat that?
Only way you can combat that is by walking it. And I'm by no means perfect.
And who is?
Like I can communicate a whole lot more with my daughter. My daughter lives in Georgia. Okay. So I have that distance. Yeah. And there's things that I need to grow in. So, I mean, there's a lot more that I can do, but it's the doing. Yeah. The doing is all you can. Posting pictures up and all that good stuff is nice, and hashtagging everything going viral, that's dope. But until we are actively doing consistently, not even just doing, but consistently doing. Absolutely. That's the only way we can combat that. And being out with your kids. Yeah. Like being out, exposing. Yeah, so you gotta take pictures. Hashtag and take pictures. Get out there, dads. So we just have to do. We have to do and keep doing, and then pass that along to our children. Absolutely. They have to do. That's really what it is.
I feel like the more that happens, the more the narrative will change.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, naturally.
Yeah.
Without even trying to
force anything.
Because the thing is, like, the media will portray black dads a certain way. And people with lazy minds will just look at the media and
believe
say,
that's
black dads.
Yeah.
When there's a bunch of black dads around them doing the
and that's
opposite.
The thing. Exactly. And that's the thing. When people that are seeing that positivity around them, they see that and they're like, wait a minute, there's no black dad around me. Yeah. There's no dad around me. You know what I mean? Like, everybody around me is extremely positive and influential in each of these kids' lives. And that's what is so important. Oh, yeah, man. Make sure you guys are commenting.
Yes, we want to hear from you.
Joe must watch a lot of Mind Valley, be inspired in YouTube. That's where I heard about young children being in Theta State. Is it? Hi, Danielle. Hi, Terry. Hi, Reese. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Yeah. Now, you mentioned co-parenting previously. How is that for you?
It's fun. It has its ups, it has its downs, like every aspect of life. let's see, which side you want. On my side with my daughter, it's as long as we maintain the respect for each other, cool. We could chop. Hey, how you doing? Like I'm all about forward progression.
Yeah.
I'm usually non-confrontational. Like, hey, bing, bing, bing. We cool, we good. Okay, baby, how you doing?
Yeah.
So, you know, that's what it is on this side. On the side with, you know, my spouse and my oldest son's dad, his name's Jermaine. Shout to Jermaine. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You know, that's really what it is. And and I'm saying I want to tell this story to empower and inspire folks. Jermaine wasn't in Aiden's life for like the first 5 years.
Wow.
First 5 years. And now Aiden will be going, I mean, he's going to New Jersey for a month in July. Jermaine comes up to kick it. Me and Jermaine, we kick it.
Wow.
Jazz, my wife, my spouse, she
Hi, Jazz.
like I'm aware of their relationship and I love their relationship.
Yes.
And I'm comfortable with their relationship, the fact that they're friends and they're able to communicate. Now on the flip side of that, I'll see that and say, man, I wish I had that on my side.
Yeah.
So having to be strong on, you know, my wife's side of co-parenting and being that co-parent that I need to be. Like I put a post up on Instagram today that said sometimes you have to be the person that you need. Like you have to be that person. So that's been a situation in co-parenting where I'm learning to be the person that I need to be.
Yeah.
Because other people go through it.
Oh,
And
yes.
that's the thing. Like it's bigger than me, and realizing that's bigger than me has been rough. Rough, because I want to be like, yo, what about me? But
Right.
Yeah.
nah, man. Like
Sometimes, just like you said, though, it's completely bigger than you. You have to remove yourself, as difficult as it may be. You have to remove yourself and realize, you know what? The most important people in this situation are these kids. And you know what I mean? Like, if these kids weren't here, you and I wouldn't talk to each other. But they are here, and we want the best for them.
Yeah.
And involving them in this mess is not benefiting them. Like, I hate when there are moms or dads or whatever, they're like, you're not gonna see your kid, or you're not gonna be able to do this with your child. You know what I mean? Unless it's an unsafe environment, then I completely understand. But if it's just the fact that y'all can't agree on what time to meet, or you know what I mean, like whatever it is, it's like you have to completely remove yourself and realize that I'm only hurting this child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know for me, that's been one thing that I've been having, well, not that, but like learning communication with co-parenting. Like, and I only have one son, but it's just like, it's hard, like just learning how to have that relationship outside of romance or outside of anything else, just learning how to be friends and learning how to just communicate with each other. Because I'm a bad communicator, period, with anybody. And to have to is like, okay, I can do this.
Yeah.
But then when it's not easy, it's hard.
Yeah.
And it's just that simple. It's just hard.
Yeah.
And everything gets jumbled and it's hard. But learning, I guess, to just see the child and see the importance of the relationship between the parents is like, it changes everything.
Oh, doesn't it?
And for me, I always have to be like, it's always like a switch that has to go on. So hearing that, it's just like, okay, let's just figure this out.
Yeah.
But before that, it's just like, why isn't this working?
You can only see one thing.
Yeah, you can. And sometimes you can only just see yourself.
Yeah.
And it's hard.
To see past that.
Yeah. Period.
That's good.
right here.
Yeah, right.
Right here.
Exactly. It was good. My parents, I'm so thankful for them because, and I didn't learn until I was older that they were actually, after they got divorced, they were going like back and forth with each other. But I never realized that or noticed that because of the fact that my mom always talked so highly of my dad in front of me all the time. But meanwhile, like I said, it wasn't until I got into like my 20s that I realized like my mom was like, I hate it. You know what I mean? Like all this mess that we went through, like all these different things. But she talked and spoke so highly of him and vice versa. My dad spoke so highly of her when I was visiting him. You know what I mean? And that to me is like so important. When I was around them with each other, even now to this day, they're like close, like really close. You know what I mean? And like that to me is just amazing because they saw beyond the fact that it was about them, it was about me and making sure that I was okay and whole. And because of that, I have equally close relationships with both of them. You know what I mean? Like that to me is like, it's so important. It's amazing.
They want you to have your own relationship.
Yeah, right, exactly. We got some comments. It's a shame that even celebrities have to have that convo with their children. It's probably worse being an affluent Black in a predominantly Caucasian neighborhood.
Going back to police violence.
Oh man, yeah, absolutely. But I feel like
nobody's exempt.
Yeah, nobody is. And that's the thing. I feel like a lot of times when there are celebrities of like that status or people of influence of that status, they feel like, okay, well, no, I no longer have to worry about, you know what I mean, like this thing. But it's still a conversation that they have to have.
To bring that up, I was watching The Shop, but it's LeBron's thing on HBO.
I feel like I've seen like the preview for that. Yeah,
it's good. It's good talk. But I don't know, blank that out. I was watching this show. We watched this show. The conversation that was being had was a celebrity, a Black celebrity, male celebrity, Jamie Foxx. He was talking about like Black celebrities growing up in this social media age and standing up to like a lot of the socio-economic crap that's going on and racial, and he said that when they were seeing kids be killed, them being in their tax bracket, they would look at it almost and be like, the white folks, like, oh my gosh, this is really happening. So I'm actually curious on if they actually have to have those conversations with their kids because they're seeing
so
things.
far removed.
Yeah, they're
wow.
So I am curious about how that may look on another tax bracket.
I'm sure it goes differently, but I feel like the conversation has to be had either way. But I feel like it's in a different context for them. Probably because they don't run into it as often.
Because people know who they are. Oh, that's Jamie Foxx. Or that's so-and-so. Yep. I did, though. I watched this episode of Blackish, like, months ago. And, Dre, Anthony Anderson character, Dre had to have that conversation with Junior. Like, he took him back to the hood.
I feel like I remember that.
You remember, like, and he was, because, like, Junior just didn't know, like, anything. He didn't know how to be safe.
Junior is a different breed.
I love Junior. But I love Zoe Moore. Shout out to Grownish. But, like, I just think that's so crazy, the fact that, like, it was almost like they were oblivious to that. Yeah. And Dre was like, whoa, like, my son doesn't know anything about how it is, you know what I mean, like, in real life. And they used funny examples, like, playing basketball, I think it was, or like getting pulled over. It was like different examples that they used to be like, wait a minute, Junior, you still, you know what I mean? Like you here. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? You need to come back and, realize exactly where you are. So yeah, I think that they do have to have those conversations, but like you said, they're kind of different. They're a little bit different. Yeah. D.L. Hughley's daughter got pulled over not far from their house. Ooh. I think profiling happens no matter who someone is or what neighborhood it is.
Well,
yeah.
There's the pudding.
And it's the proof in it. That's true. I'm trying to think. There were conversations that I remember my mom, first of all, I'm not trying to put you out and tell your age, but my mom was born in 1961 in Alabama, in southern Alabama at that, Lowndes County. And, like, just to think about, even now, like, to this point, conversations that she would have with me that I'm just like, people were like that. You know what I mean? Like, because even though I've experienced my piece of racism, like, growing up, and even to this point, it's just like, people were that blatant. Yeah. You know what I mean? And, like, that rude and that, like, just nasty. And I can recall talks that my parents would have, my daddy's from Memphis, talks that they would both have with me to tell me, like, kind of like their side, and almost not so much trying to help me avoid those situations, but to keep me aware. So you know what I mean? Like, just so you know, and that's just kind of like a part of being raised in our community, like, just so you know what I mean? Like, what's going on and what's out there to keep you alert and to keep you mindful of these different types of situations. How can parents protect their kids growing up in this society? That's good.
I feel like you just answered that.
Ooh.
By keeping them aware.
Yeah. It's so different now.
Yeah.
I
But
can't
so
imagine.
the same at the same time. It's just like everybody is doing it now.
Yeah.
Everybody can see it.
But like, take for instance, and it's like for both of y'all, or all of us have kids. So like, you think about, like, I think about when Kaylin is like 12 or 13 and there's a different type of social media or whatever out there. Mm-hmm. You remember when kids would go to school on the daily, you would get bullied from 8 to 2. Mm-hmm. Then you get to go home and you with your family.
Yeah.
And you have your weekend.
Yeah.
You are free, you are at peace, you're good. Now, it's
access.
24/7.
Yeah.
I can wake up and somebody is saying something about me. Like,
up to that.
it's terrifying. I'm starting my day like that. I went to bed and I was like, all right, I'm not going to let these bullies or whatever get to me. And I'm waking up to somebody saying something about me.
Yeah.
They got memes. They have so many different ways, like, and aspects of technology that they can use to bully these kids. You know what I mean? So it's different from the way that I can think, because even when we have conversations with Kaylin to this day, it's like, it's tough because I'm like, I never had to go through that.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Like, should we talk it out? Do we need to talk to the teacher? Like, I'm trying to like think of all these different resources and things to do, because it's terrifying.
Yeah.
It's the awareness to even go back to that question, how you protect them by keeping them aware. Like, social media isn't the end all be all. It's
Right.
not all of life. Like, yo, and really letting kids know your opinion matters the most before anybody else's.
Yes.
Like,
Keeping them
keep your
self-aware.
opinion.
Yeah.
Yes,
Ooh.
you gotta be
Yeah.
be self-aware, and that's the way you protect kids. Because I mean, the rate is going. Social media is taking over. The internet is the gift and the curse. It's like, you know, it is what it is. We can't avoid the way that's taking off now. But instilling, like, this summer, you get, my kids, they know they get like an hour on TV.
Yep.
Then you go read, you go play outside, we're going to kick it together,
Yep.
we're going to do some things. And like, keeping them aware that there's life outside of this. 'Cause
Yeah.
I get trapped.
Right? And that's
It's
the thing. You
so
get sucked
easy.
in, and now you're scrolling,
You
and now
have-
you're looking.
Man, I'll get on there going to get something or going to see something, and then I get on there and I'm just like, oh shoot, what did I come on here for? Because you get sucked
And you
in
get
so
sucked
quick.
in. Isn't that
You gotta
terrifying?
exit out. Yes.
That's a
Like,
fact.
oh, it's probably why I got a headache.
Yep. Right
That's
here.
it. That's it. But I love that, like what you said, like about limiting like the kids, especially now being that it's the summertime, and I think pretty much all the kids are out of school. But like really figuring out, like Kaylin loves art and she loves music. So it's like, all right, so now it's our responsibility to figure out where's the place with the art, where's the place for the music. You know what I'm saying? So we can continuously keep her involved in these things.
Exactly.
That's the wackest part, and I've pointed that out in myself. Me and my wife, we talked about that. Like, that's the hard part. It's not about dealing with the kids. It's about dealing with yourself.
Yeah.
And putting yourself aside to spend that time with them.
Yep.
Inconveniencing yourself
Right.
to make your time valuable to them, to invest in them, so that TV is not raising them, so that YouTube is not raising them, because YouTube turns into a dark place.
Oh my
It
gosh.
gets
Oh my
crazy
gosh,
on
so
YouTube.
quick.
And like,
Very quick.
Man, but really,
People are sick, first of all. Like,
that's a fact. That's a wholehearted fact.
but I can definitely say, like, I enjoy my time with Kaylin so much, because I feel like I learn so much from her. I feel like I learn more from her than I do from adults my own age sometimes.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
They're
The
so
lesson they can
free.
teach. They're so free and they don't care. And like, but then you see things in them, like, you know, like Kaylin can be really like insecure, like, I don't know, like kind of scared or nervous about things, and you see that in her, and then how positively you can turn that around with like just that positive reassurance, like, you are awesome, you are beautiful, you know what I mean? And then she's like, you know what? I am. And then like it completely changes, and then she, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's almost like a lesson within itself to be able to provide that. Oh yeah, absolutely. Hi, Taylor and Sean. We got all these viewers. Hi, guys.
Hello, y'all.
Again, we are talking about father's legacy, a dad's involvement with his kids. We got our guest Joe here, an amazing father. He does a great job with these babies.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. Oh. So you talked about music earlier. Tell us more.
Oh man, I do music.
This is your moment.
Yeah, this is your moment. Make it good, Joe.
What have you been? I do music. I'm a writer. I'm a rapper, I'm a producer, everything I can be, man. I've been doing music since I know. I put out a project called Euphoria in 2000.
Euphoria!
Euphoria, it's on all streaming platforms, and it slaps so ridiculously hard. And a lot of these elements from this conversation go into that music, you know what I mean? So, joeayende.com, AYINDE, that's where you check it out, man. Follow me everywhere, Joe Ayende. My music that's my extension. That's what I'll really get proud when my kids dance to that. That's what I was thinking about. I ain't want to put it out there.
But Joe's gonna cry. You can cry.
Yeah,
Get some tissue.
Well, I just.
We need a crier. We haven't had a crier yet.
Haven't.
We gotta get on
I'm
our
surprised
game.
I haven't cried.
5 minutes now.
That's my goal next week. We need to reveal some dark stuff, some deep stuff that we've grown from, right? Tears gonna be flowing. All right, y'all. Well, if you guys have liked what you've seen here today, make sure that you like, follow, and hit that subscribe button so that you get the alert to catch us every week, y'all.
Yes.
What is the moral of the story today?
Pay your taxes.
Please pay your taxes.
Nah, man. Moral of the story: time is the most precious resource known to life. So use that wisely.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
With your children. And be aware. Make them aware. Self-aware. And aware of their environment.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. And then like
Joy and David.
Oh.
Hey, that's my mom.
Yeah. Hi,
What's up,
Renee.
mommy?
Yeah, and what's mine? I just had it and I lost it.
Oh, no.
Oh, positive affirmations. I remember,
Yes.
like I said, like my mom would. She even still to this day, she gives me positive, like that reassurance every day. Even when I'm feeling like discouraged in myself, she tells me every day, like who I am. You know what I mean? And like what I can do, even though I can't see it myself. So that to me is yeah.
And it, yep.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
All right, y'all. I'm Rae,
My name is Favor.
and this was your reality check.
Enjoy and David.
Enjoy! Yeah!